Hi, this is Jonathan and you're watching Woodard Family Cooking. Stay tuned. All right guys, today for the Woodard family, we're actually going to make homemade pizzas. It's not a real complicated thing to do, but I like to make sure that the kids stay fed. Yeah, you can go to Domino's or whatever and get pizzas, but we like to do it homemade pizzas. It's very economical, and it's just a fun task to do with the kids. So when you start off, first thing first, you've got to make the pizza dough. Okay, first ingredient that we use to make the pizza dough is flash mix yeast. It is instant yeast, fast acting.
Yeah, not sponsored.
But the key to it is you've got to get it active first. It's fast active. So what you do is you take this yeast. We're going to do all the mixing in this bowl here, and we'll use this standard mixer. And what you'll do is you'll use a dough hook. The dough hook is pretty much going to be used to knead the yeast. You can do it by hand, but for the most part, you want to make sure that the dough is kneaded properly. So what we'll do first is take this flash mix yeast, and we'll pour the entire packet in here. It's probably about 3 to 4 tablespoons of yeast. All right. We've got the yeast in there. Press pause. Okay. After you add the yeast, what you do is you take 1 1/4 cup of warm water. It needs to be really warm, but not boiling or anything like that. You want to make sure that the yeast has the water that it needs in order to be active, but at the same time you don't want to kill the yeast. So really hot water will kill it. So just kind of some of your warm tap water, you'll take that water and put it in there, and you'll let this sit for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll add the next ingredients. Okay, after you add that water and add that water to the yeast, you'll see where your yeast will start kind of getting foamy. If you look in there, you'll kind of see where you've got a little bit of foam that's in that yeasty water. And next, what you'll do is you're going to take about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, your extra virgin olive oil, and you'll pour that olive oil in there. I'm not going to use a measuring cup. I kind of know what 2 tablespoons is. Okay, we've got our olive oil. That's to kind of give the bread kind of a Italian type flavor. You're going to add about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of, well, let's say about a teaspoon of salt, or we'll say a dash of salt to it. All right. And what I also like to add is a little bit of garlic. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably add that garlic on the back end, kind of once everything starts mixing together. That way you really get that authentic Italian flavor inside of the pizza dough. All right, we've got the olive oil kind of mixed in good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of garlic powder in there. Again, that's to give it to that Italian vibe, to kind of go with it. And I've also, again, that's garlic powder. And I've also got Italian seasoning. This stuff has a little bit of rosemary, thyme, oregano, a little bit of basil as well. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of that in there as well. So this will be kind of in the dough. So once that pizza bakes, you'll have all those flavors kind of infused and combined in there. We'll take the spoon and kind of stir that up just a tad. And next what we'll do is we'll start the kneading process with the flour. We're going to take 4 cups of this all-purpose flour. Doesn't require any special flour. I know some recipes have special flour, but at the end of the day, it all comes out the same. And you don't want to add this in there all at the same time, otherwise the kneading process won't go the way it needs to go. So you'll take and put 2 cups in straight. That'll start the process. And then the other 2 cups, you're gonna kind of meter them in while the mixer is kneading the dough. So we'll hook everything up and we'll make sure that everything is locked down so that this mixer doesn't come up, and we'll start. And you don't want to go fast, you'll start slow. And you can smell the garlic, you can smell the Italian vibes. People actually think I'm from Italy once they taste this, because it is going to be a big time pizza. Okay, 2 cups are already in, and these are the other 2 cups.
I'm not gonna lie, Dad, I think this is gonna taste pretty good.
Yeah, I know it will. I know it will. So if you can see right now, you're kind of starting to get a pizza dough vibe to it, or a dough vibe in general, but it's not quite there. This is going to turn into an actual dough ball. So again, I'm going to start slowly metering in the other 2 cups of flour. Again, not to throw it all in there, because then you'll get to a situation where your pizza dough it won't be thoroughly mixed, and you'll have just flour clumped in the middle of it. It won't bake well, and it won't taste good either. So we'll let that roll for a little bit. We'll add a little bit in there now. And the thing is, if you get to a point to where you don't see it forming into a dough ball the way it needs to, you may have to kind of hit the sides just a tad to kind of get it there. Or when it gets to a point to where you think it doesn't look the way it needs to look as far as with it being a dough ball, you may have to add just a little bit of water to it, which isn't a problem. All you do is just take a little bit of water and just kind of drop it in there. But at the end of this process, you want that dough ball to kind of be sticky a little bit, but not to where when you touch it, it's sticking to your finger. So once you get that, if you look now, it's actually starting to become a dough ball in there. And I've still got roughly about 2.5 cups of flour still to go. Meter more flour in there, and we'll let it go. You can see we've added the flour that we need. I've got a little bit more here, but I don't think I'm gonna need it, and it's turning into a nice sized dough ball. So if you look, we've got the dough ball that's being needed. We're doing a good job at getting that done. One thing I like to do also is I like to turn it off. I'll turn it off every once in a while, and I'll open the mixer up, and I like to push that dough ball down. That way every part of the dough is being kneaded where it needs to be. But if you look, I think we're in real good shape as far as with this dough ball. So we'll start it back, and we'll continue to knead. So we are done with the kneading process. If you look, this is our dough ball. When you go in Domino's, Pizza Hut, wherever that make homemade pizza, you will see them with pizza dough, and that's essentially what this is. Now the next step, what you'll have to do is we'll put the dough back in this bowl. We're gonna cover this with a warm, moist towel, and we're gonna put it in a warm area. What's gonna happen now is the yeast that we put in there at the start, you're gonna see it start to rise. Once that yeast start rising, it'll make the dough rise as well. So that yeast gives off carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide makes the dough swell. So you'll see that dough start rising. So we'll do this, we'll set that aside. I'll probably turn the oven on for a little bit, get it warm, and just kind of sit this beside the oven so that it can get in a warm area. And after that, when we come back, you'll actually see where the dough has doubled in size. So if you take a look now, you see where you've got a decent sized dough ball, but it's not very large in there. You'll see where it'll probably come to about right here, or double in size. So we'll see you soon. All right, guys, it has been 3 hours, and we'll take a look at the pizza dough. As you can see, it has risen and doubled in size, and it's airy. So it's done what it needs to do. If you look at it, it is what it needs to be. Airy pizza dough. Next step is, I've got a pan here. It's a air bake pan. Pan back in the camera so that we can really see what we got. And we'll take the pizza dough and we will, I know you see sometimes on videos where the guys are throwing the dough up in the air and everything, but we're not going to do that. We are going to just kind of position it and kind of knead the dough out on this pan. So that's what we're going to do now. Next up, what I did was I took about a quarter of a tablespoon of butter, well, about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of butter, melted it in the microwave, added some garlic powder to it, and I'm adding Italian seasoning, which has, you know, your rosemary, sage, oregano, and basil in it. I mix that together with a spoon. And this goes on the pizza dough. And I've got a little mop that I use, and I'll mop that all over my pizza dough. Again, it's just to add flavor to it and to make sure you've got that garlicky Italian flavor. All right, and I really put that around the crust also. So when you get it, it's better than Domino's or Pizza Hut or any of those other places that you eat from, because it's watered. A1 grade A pizza. All right, so we got that. I won't need all of that, but just wanted to make sure everybody saw that. So then you've got pizza sauce. Get your spoon and you add your pizza sauce right there in the middle. Get you about 5 tablespoons or teaspoons. And you take and you rub that pizza sauce all over.
Yeah, rub that real good.
This will kind of make a little bigger than a large pizza, kind of like a king size almost pizza, extra large. All right. So how we looking, cameraman? Looking good?
Yeah. And by the way, don't call me cameraman. Just call me Darian.
All right, Darian, how we looking?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. And it smells good too. It kind of smells like Domino's pizza, but a lot better.
Yeah, I don't think Domino's got anything on this one right here.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the people who are making these at home, I think their pizza is gonna be just as good as ours.
I think so too. All right, we'll spread it around.
Just mop it around.
Mop it around real good. Again, we don't want to make it, we don't want to take it all the way to the end. You still want to leave that area so that you got your little crust area. All right. So now we got the pizza sauce there. Looks like we got plenty of sauce. And the next thing we put on there what?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Every pizza needs cheese, or else it's just sauce.
There you go.
A dough and sauce. That's
Gotta have the cheese, because cheese is what makes it important, right?
yes. The cheese is the best part. If you have bad cheese, that would not make a good pizza.
Right.
And
So
what
normally I use more just straight mozzarella, but Derry wanted to add sharp cheddar to it also. So we got whole milk mozzarella, and we've got an Italian 5 cheese blend from Kraft. We'll first add the whole mozzarella.
And make sure to comment down below of which cheese you would pick. Now you got the mozzarella. Mozzarella cheese.
We'll use the whole mozzarella as your base cheese.
And we also have the Italian pizza. I'll stop trying to talk like an Italian. That was super cringy.
All right, now we'll go with the Italian 5 cheese. It's got provolone, Asiago, Parmesan, and mozzarella on it also. We'll add that on top of it. It's kind of a finely grated cheese.
So what you're doing is making a mix of all of them.
That's right.
A mix of all the cheese.
All right, when we make sure that we got it covered and it
Looking pretty good. I like my pizza really cheesy.
I think most people like theirs cheese. Some people may just like to eat the dough. But anyway, we're starting to look like a pizza now.
Yeah, starting to look good.
All right. And what we'll do is we'll add just a few pieces of this cheddar on here also.
Yeah, I like the cheddar cheese on mine. It gives a really cheesy vibe.
All right. Add a little bit of the cheddar. All right.
All right, there we go.
And we're gonna go with topping wise, pepperonis, and I've got Italian sausage here.
Ooh, Italian sausage. I've never really tried Italian sausage.
So we'll start off with Italian sausage. We will lay it on first.
Right? Italian sausage is coming in. Oh, you dropped one over there.
I'll move it.
This guy's just gonna chill out here. That's a lot of mozzarella. That's a lot of mozzarella meat. Or mozzarella sausage or whatever you call it.
Italian sausage.
Oh, Italian sausage. Right. Italian sausage.
Italian sausage.
Yeah, I totally didn't mess up on that. Yeah.
All right.
I totally didn't mess up on that.
Yeah, we'll add all of that on there.
Spread
you
it
make
out.
sure you spread it out pretty good. That way every area of it has a little bit of sausage. Kind of break those big pieces up. That way it's kind of evenly distributed across the pizza. All right, that looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
All
Now
right.
time for my favorite topping, the pepperoni.
And last but not least, we will add the pepperonis.
Yes, I love pepperoni. Even when it's not on pizza, I still eat it.
We'll try to make sure we're being pretty generous with the pepperonis also.
I just put some pepperoni there. 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 Wait, are you trying to make a smiley face?
No, I'm just trying to make sure that they're all covered.
It's a lot of pepperonis.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? A lot of ronis.
A lot of ronies. I'm pretty sure Italians got nothing on this. Italians got nothing on this. Except the person who made pizza. He probably made a lot better pizza than this.
I agree. And we want to make sure, like I said, everything is covered. Every area's got some pepperoni on it.
Yes, we gotta make this whole place filled with pepperoni. The whole place just needs pepperoni. Without pepperoni, this pizza won't survive.
All right. So I think we got enough, and I think we got it covered. What do you think, Darian?
Yeah, I think this looks good.
All right, so we've got an Italian sausage
And pepperoni.
and pepperoni pizza. So what we'll do is right before I put it in the oven, I'm gonna take that same butter that I wiped around the pizza dough with, and I'm gonna go back around the crust with it.
Oh, okay.
Press pause. All right, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go back around again with it. That's gonna add a little bit of butter and garlic to the actual crust. Give it a little extra of what it needs. All right. So next up, this will go into the oven, and we'll preheat the oven to 400 degrees, and we'll put it in there for about 30 minutes, and we should be done. All right, so it's been 30 minutes. The pizza has been in the oven for 400 degrees, and that's our finished product.
It looks pretty good, Dad.
Yep, big time A1 Woodard pizza.
So let's go ahead and taste it. Okay, we made the pizza, and now it's time to see if it tastes good. I'm here with Mom. Hello. And we're gonna try the pizza. All right, bite out of it.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Tastes pretty good. It's really cheesy. I have strings of cheese on it.
Nice touch with the cheddar cheese.
Yeah, I liked it.
Thank you. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. If you guys like the video, just hit the like button down below. Also, hit us with the comments on different ideas or whatever as far as anything that you'd like to see us cook. We do a little bit of everything. But until next time, have a great evening.